Yeah, we took a walk down a sandy lane, laughter on our lips, blood pumping through our veins, with the smell of Ulster fields. Summer for all these years, you've been my lover and my friend. Well, to walk a couple of sunshine miles with a western girl with a careless smile, oh, the pleasure's mine. And we watch the planes flying overhead, and we wonder where we might decide to be instead. 'Cause you're gonna watch what you take for granted, life to find out to understand it. Just a few days after Sunday, my girl went to a wedding and never came home again. Yeah, I took a walk down a sandy lane, try and see if I could find that place again. How you wore that dress and always made me lose it. It's a memory now, but I still use it every day. Now I'm sick of sorrow and I'm done with grieving. Almost a year has gone, I can't believe. With tranquility meets the motorway, well, I'll always check my rearview mirror anyway. 'Cause you're gonna watch what you take for granted, life to find out to understand it. Just a few days after Sunday, my girl went to a wedding, never came home again. Down on the lane, whoa. 'Cause you gotta watch what you take for granted, life to find out to understand it. Just a few days after Sunday, my girl went to a wedding, never came home again. No, Lord, no, my girl went to a wedding, never came home again. Mama, 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 yeah.
There we go with a song called A Sandy Lane. That was Phil McCarroll, who joins me now in the studio. How are you, sir?
That's Philip McCarroll. That's Philip McCarroll. Use my full title, Robin.
I was used to calling you Phil from Paola. That's what you were in my phone for years.
Yeah,
Phil from Paola.
That was my old surname, from Paola. I got it changed by Daypole back to Phil McCarroll. Philip McCarroll, excuse me.
So Philip McCarroll.
I'm very warm, hence I'm wearing shorts and stuff. Excuse me.
We've shot this in the middle of a heat wave.
You know, if I appear to be sweaty and flustered, blame the sun.
All right, tell us the story behind Sandy Lane then.
It's a unique road where I used to live out in Lambeg near Lisburn. If you start on the top of Sandy Lane, you're out in the countryside, completely surrounded by fields. It's almost like a little dirt track. It's right beside the motorway, you see, the motorway that runs near Lisburn. Yeah. And the further you walk down it, the noisier the motorway gets, the more sort of chaotic things sound. And by the end of Sandy Lane, it is running parallel to the motorway. You're just hearing insanely loud trucks and stuff, and you can't help but look behind. behind you, because you think you're about to get hit.
Yes,
and it's just a bizarre walk, and it kind of seemed to me like a metaphor for a relationship or something like that, starting off peaceful and ending in complete chaos, which is kind of what the song's about in a way as well. But it's the first song on my debut solo EP, Sunday Night Fever.
Okay. Great stuff. Okay, so the first time we met, you were in the band Payola. A lot of people probably remember Payola because you had a lot of success back in the day.
Well, relatively speaking, yeah.
You did.
That
must have been 20 years ago.
It's not 20 years ago, man. It's not. It's good gracious. We probably started, almost 20 years ago. Actually, you're probably right. But I'd say that our best years were sometime after that.
Yes,
we kind of went through peaks and troughs. And ended in a trough, as most bands do, like political careers. They all end in failure. But, Payola's not necessarily a completely, done thing. We're just on ice at the minute. We're kind of resting.
All right, okay.
Like dormant.
Yes, yeah. Do you remember the first time we actually met at a photo shoot?
Yeah, we discussed this slightly earlier, and I can't believe that you first met me with my trousers around my ankles.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
there was you and the whole band, trousers around your ankles, all sitting on a toilet.
Not the same one.
Not the same toilet, but in a separate toilet cubicle in a noodle bar,
yes,
like 2 minutes up the road from here.
It was one of those situations when you're shooting for, it was your magazine at the time, and you think, well, what can we do here? You had to think on your feet. And, there's a row of toilet cubicles, four in a row, 4 guys in the band. Can we do this? Like, we'll all sit and do it. One was eating a bowl of noodles.
Yeah.
I was reading a how to sing book, just various poses on the loo, and we enjoyed that photo session so much that we ended up using it for a CD cover.
Yeah, well, it became one of those iconic Big Buzz magazine moments of all time, I think,
yeah,
didn't it? Nearly as legendary as the Big Buzz Irish Entertainment Awards, which of course you guys played.
We did a couple of those at least, and we were your guests at a few of them. I mean, I had wonderful conversations with the likes of Leo Sayer and Dana, and it just almost like a bizarre psychedelic dream I felt it was in some of the time.
It's coming back to me now. That night, actually, there was the piano upstairs in the Europa Hotel, and up in the piano lounge, and there was Leo Sayer, Myling Class playing the piano together, Don Baker on harmonica, and then all you guys around the piano as well.
Hey, great days, man.
So Payola as well went on to support some big names too. I mean, you were on tour with Status Quo, weren't you?
Yeah, we did tour with Quo, and that was a massive thing to me because I grew up as a crazy Quo fan when I was a kid. I mean, they were my band, and I would get the Mickey taken out of me for liking Quo so much, and I was so loyal, and they were just the number one band to me. So we did a couple of tours with them, and to be able to do that was just completely pinch yourself territory for me. Unbelievable. But it's just funny how life can throw these things back at you. Your favourite ever band.
There you go.
All those years later, playing on the road with them.
So do you like performing solo now, or do you miss having the guys on stage with you?
Both. I love performing solo, and part of the reason for that is there's so much freedom. When you're in a band for so many years, and you do tend to almost be like self-manage. I was, doing a lot of the work, I suppose, a lot of the booking of the gigs and making sure things were happening. And it becomes a bit frustrating because, it's like being married to 3 other guys and trying to make, everybody's got families and commitments and stuff like that. And it gets more and more difficult as time goes on. I think a lot of bands will just have to own up to that. I just thought, at this stage, the band's on ice. What am I going to do? I need to play gigs, need to get out there. I've just got this sort of bug, itchy toes, and it's about time I did something by myself. And it's a different discipline, it's a different kind of enjoyment, a different kind of fun, but it's really rewarding, It's rewarding because it's tough, it's not easy to get up by yourself when you're used to having people around you. Your mistakes are a bit more hidden. This is, naked.
And of course now you're supporting other local bands as well. You've got your radio show thing going at the minute, playing all the local bands, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely. Sounds of NI radio show. It goes out on a few FM stations around Northern Ireland. Sounds of NI has been a long-term thing of mine. I've been a promoter and organised gigs for many years, which was just a natural lead-on from doing all the Payola business. So why don't I just run them for other bands too? And the radio show naturally came on from that. I've always fancied a bit of broadcasting, and it just seems so ideal. I get to listen to so much local material because they're all sending me stuff looking for gigs, and Sunflower Fest was heavily involved with as well, so they're looking for slots there. So it's just well, I'm already hearing the music. It's so much of it is fantastic. Why don't I have an hourly show a week, and just promote some of the music that's going on here? There's other people that do it and do it fantastically well, but I think there's a lot of ones that I would champion that maybe don't get a chance elsewhere.
So you've got the Hildon Festival coming up soon.
Do indeed. The Hildon Beer and Music Festival, you may have heard of it. It's the last, I think it's the last bank holiday weekend in August. It's been a yearly thing for many, many years. It's a brilliant little sort of like a courtyard at an actual brewery, and I'll be playing in one of the tents, I think. You know, it might be one of those days I get a couple of the Paola boys up with me. Actually, there's a few solo gigs that I would do that I get a couple of the Paola lads. Maybe my brother would jump up for the odd gig. I don't like being by myself, you know, all the time. I like to have some company occasionally, and that might be one of them. So yeah, check out the Hildon Beer Festival. Sort of search it online.
All right. Will you do one more before you go?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I'm going to do a song called "Love and Money." I always introduce this as a song about the things in life I'm rubbish at. Which isn't that fair. I'm definitely rubbish at money.
Right.
I've done okay occasionally at love, but yeah. Hopefully, you'll enjoy this one. By the way, there's a lot of profanity in the original of this one.
Right.
I'm going to cut that out for you. I'm going to keep it clean. And by the way, you can search my songs and stuff. You just search SoundCloud and Philip McCarroll. You'll get a load of tracks you can download for free, like the EP. The track early you can download for free. So yeah, just get on Google and do your worst.
So Philip McCarroll, thank you for joining us.
Robin Elliott, thanks for having me. Cheers, mate.
I was riding, I was ruthless, I was bulletproof, I could not fail. Then I spent so long in the doghouse that I started to grow a tail. Had it good, I did not know it. I'm a man who never learned his lessons. Now I'm drinking like it's getting scarce, and my dreams are total Armageddon. Fearless when the fuel and the fire was in me, when misery loved my company and poverty kept me skinny. I'm dwelling on the dawn of time. I was sure that I would end up someone. Guess that life just happened to me. I never even saw it coming. Say I never came unstuck for love or money, only. Surprise! Never paid the price. I thought about it twice. No, I never started running. Never rode my luck. You can almost say I never came unstuck.